Right, what's he done? Hold on, let me clarify. What's he done now? Oh god, shit's gonna hit the fan, and I'm gonna have to be a part of it, because I have to be part of everything.
How can I improve my... We made it! To Amanoma Smithy!
Ah, it's been a while.
Oh,
Of
God.
course. Go ahead.
Could you tell me the story one more time?
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting.
Okay.
Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more.
Oh, thank you, because I feel like everything's been fucked up and now it's all going to be different. Not that I remember the story anyway, but I'll pretend that I do.
The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Isshin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Isshin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5.
I don't...
If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Isshin blade.
Was I? I don't remember. Problem with this game is that it's been a while since these things have happened, so even if things have changed, I'm not going to remember because I can't remember the original because I got a bad memory.
Oh yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now.
I don't.
They learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too. It seems like such a shame.
Why decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed.
Go on.
In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause.
Please talk faster.
Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this.
I know it's for the impact of him being an old man, but come on, game. There's so much dialogue in these types of quests. Please don't make me sit for like another 20 minutes.
He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth.
I wonder if we'll see Kazuha later then.
There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale.
As most tales are in this game. I would summarize most tales in this game as surprisingly depressing.
The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster.
That dinging in the background is not fun. Can you stop for like 5 minutes while we're having a conversation?
Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan.
I remember.
Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace.
Incorrect.
The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out.
So they still ended up dying anyway. What was the point of the whole fucking self-sacrifice thing?
The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself.
Oh shit.
And grew up deeply resentful
He
at
had
the
a kid?
world.
Was I supposed to know that?
In his
Probably.
heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death.
Oh.
And he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him.
So shit still went down anyway. The whole set was no point. History was still pretty shit of a tale. So great, fantastic. People still died, and shit still happened. So
Powerless
I don't see the
and
solution.
destitute, The only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred.
Oh, that's fucked.
Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery.
Oh, shit. So, basically, what fucking little fucking brat dude has done is change things, but neither for better or worse. It's still pretty fucking shit.
Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago,
No?
the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision
Oh.
to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent-up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry.
Oh, shit.
In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately,
Oh, fuck.
killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to.
Oh?
His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden.
I guess it didn't work.
But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life.
Okay.
That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The legend of Raiden Shogun has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmith. Oh, is that scene with little brat dude being a little fucking wanker like usual? Yeah, I think I'm remembering this. Okay. Looks like the Balladeer did something Nermisol, but it seems Niwa still died. That's my point. Wasn't the whole point of doing was so Niwa survived? He still fucking died.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuma? Oh, are we actually gonna go see him? Oh god, is he gonna be different? I hope not.
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea.
He's still gonna know us,
He
isn't he?
seemed well.
So he still exists. Oh yeah, because we were worried that people's existence would be wiped out. Cause like butterfly effect and everything, you know? You change one thing, it affects a lot more other things. Still the same Kazuha I know. Hopefully. Things don't seem as bad as I feared.
My pleasure.
But they still seem pretty
Don't
shit.
tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon.
And yet I am hiding so many things, like the fact that I know that history has been changed.
On to the next stop. Lead the way,
Pretty big thing to
traveler.
hide.
Paimon-
I don't need a fucking profession in the... What do you mean? Test occurred. Oh, come on! Damn it, I didn't play the main story enough and now the game's punishing me. Because it was like, no, you gotta do this one first. Fuck's sake, game. I'm sorry I took long enough for fucking to do this one and you released another one. That's not my fault. I had things to do. Why do I have to do this one first? Why can't this location be rolled? You know, fine, I'll be back. Right, now I can do this. Hello.
We're here. This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Am I allowed in now, or have things changed too much?
Traveler, it's been a while.
Oh, okay.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Oh, well, at least they're still alive.
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
Games there, like, we're not going to show you more fucking main characters. We'll talk about them, but we're not actually going to put them in the event. That'd be ridiculous.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you. Can we take a walk in the courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
Well, at least the bad idea of fucking things up hasn't changed my connections, because this could have made this a lot more messier if some shit hadn't gone down, and therefore I'm not as reputable, and therefore I won't be as easy to, like, figure what has happened.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks.
Gracias, amigo.
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
Of course this is NPCs I gotta talk to. Can I ask you questions so you can tell me a story really slowly for 20 minutes?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you.
Most people do.
What would you like to know?
How are the commissioner and Miss
Oh, they're
Kamisato?
both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the commissioner's behalf.
God damn it, why does he have to talk to fucking old people who speak so fucking slowly?
As for the commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
I want to get this slow information gathering over and done with so we can get to the fun part where we have to try and find a way to reverse what the fucking balladeer have done and someone get him back, or whatever's going to happen to make things get back to normal, because he's obviously going to come back.
So pretty much business as usual on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Ayaka is still in the Yashiro Commission, Ayaka is the lady of the house, no changes there. As far as I can see, nothing's changed in the Yashiro Commission either. It's expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know that Kamisato siblings will both say, well, yeah, can you imagine a game having an event where something triggers and it kills like 3 main characters in one? It's like, whoa! Well, cease to exist, but still.
Well, got any more questions?
We just got off to Paimon, like, so we go visit Ayaka or Kazuya. Oh god, I can't say shit. We go visit them, and fucking Paimon's just like, who's that? I don't know who that is, and it's like,
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that.
yeah, unfortunately I'm in the middle of dealing with the balladeer's fucking shit, so maybe another time.
Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time.
This is not
She
relevant.
seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and
Oh, well.
how much she admires you.
I mean, let's face it, there's a lot to admire. Can't even say it with a straight face.
I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
Well, I am an honorary knight, as you may know. I have so many titles at this fucking point.
I mean it.
Thank you.
Whenever the commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins him. I
Oh.
always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away.
Nosy little old lady. But that aside, what do they talk about? I'm curious.
The commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home.
Is this relevant, game?
But given the opportunity, he always prefers to dine here. They say it's because Toma's a much better chef than most. Oh, the commissioner is so fond of home comforts.
That's cute.
They get to talking about you sometimes too, you know.
Behind my back.
Always with a very fond tone.
It better be.
The way one would talk about dear old friends around whom one can truly be
Oh
themselves.
my god, does this matter? I love hearing about it, but we're kind of in the middle of a bit of an important thing. I don't have time to listen in about people talking behind my backs. So,
Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them
Oh, she's not
as
done.
well. Whenever the whole family gets together and they start talking about people they've met
Game,
and
come on, you're taking
experiences
the fucking
they've had,
piss.
you always get a mention.
it was up to me, I'd be skipping through it.
It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away. Much has happened in the Kamisato clan in that time. As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter grow up, it makes me so happy to see them meet a dependable friend whose company they enjoy so much.
I appreciate the compliments, but not right now. Who Who's that nosy little fucking NPC in the background watching?
So, in the future, if you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission.
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, you were saying something about the food here being really great.
Not relevant.
Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime. Paimon meant we should come pay a visit again real soon. Ideally around dinner time.
Right.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Alright, goodbye for now. Where are we going next?
Tatarasuna?
Great! Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right, then. Take care now.
Oh,
Oh.
Are you two leaving already?
I thought we... Oh, okay. I thought it was in there.
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Bye. Why does that name sound familiar? And that
Well,
hat.
Here we are. But what are we looking for? Something? Or someone?
I don't know how we're going to progress this, because once we figured out what's changed, like, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do next?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
I swear I recognize this guy. We've done quests for him before, right?
Xavier? What are you doing here?
That's how you say that? Alright.
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There,
enough.
that's me. So what about you two?
Fair enough.
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth.
Ah, this is where the furnace bullshit happens.
If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you know the history?
Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before.
Are you going to keep bragging, or are you going to start?
Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Go on.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago.
Then start there.
I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years.
Bloody hell.
Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
Like that one time people died?
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too.
No.
They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Mechanic, looks like the doctor still sabotaged the funding of all the insurance. Okay. So he still came and did the thing, even though the balladeer wasn't there? Why? Huh. I was going to ask, I was like, oh, is he going to tell us that the mechanic was still the same guy, or is it was an actual mechanic this time? It's like, if it was still a fucking doctor, what was the fucking point?
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already.
I am. Give me a fucking second. I'm thinking. I'm allowed to do it.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Yeah.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Mainly changed historical knowledge, but yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
You ever heard of a kabuki mono?
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have.
Oh, so he didn't successfully erase himself.
I
then.
do know the word.
Somehow.
Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually.
Is that an actual word? I wonder. I don't know.
But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
And we already confirmed that he's achieved this. Why do we need to confirm it again? There's no more kabuki mono. Didn't he manage to erase himself completely? Might done. Or he's just chilling somewhere. So he must have wanted to change the one with everything back to the way it was, but so far the maturity changed when he affected himself. I know, right? Nothing else has changed. Those fucking people still died. Doctor still came and fucked things up.
Of course! Don't mention
mention
it.
it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Well, probably just no, I fucking did.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Bye. Never really got
Looks like
to
you
stop
got all
doing
the
it.
information you're looking for.
Time to go back to see Last of Lord.
Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you.
How much would you believe me if you said history has been changed?
Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile.
What?
No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Spino Crockett. Alright. Sure.
Come on, you gotta keep it together. Why don't you grab something to eat? You can't go facing life's challenges on an empty stomach.
I am actually kind of hungry.
All right, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
But first, food. Like, no, Paimon, this is a priority. So, what is it? I've already done that. Okay. Oh, okay.
Hey, it's them!
It's me. Oh, it's them two guys, the ones with the story. That's something I want to be interrupted
So what?
with.
You're still here?
Why are you here? Why is this important? Are you still talking about the essay?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
I'm telling you now, if there's like fucking 1,000 line of words again, I am not reading it again. I refuse.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatara Suna, huh? Should we join them?
I'm kind of busy. Oh, okay, let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
This is how you asked me. Maybe read last time was great. Can I read it again?
Oh, of course.
I would love to read it again. Please let me. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not reading this out loud. I'll do it slowly and you can pause if you need to. Okay. A lot of thought was put into it, yeah, and it's... At least it wasn't as long as the fucking novel from
I
before.
presume you'll want to read mine as well. Here.
No, because yours was the one that was fucking like 3 pages long. No, not even gonna read it. I'm just gonna... So you can pause around these moments in paragraphs. Okay, then pause again. Oh, I see. I'm guessing the yellow is the new part. Okay, let's go on that. Really shorter now because the Balder's not part of it, so there's no extract about him. Ship things don't happen then, and everything else not happened. Sure. I mean, it's different. Content has changed, no effect, time from information near his own. Well, said he risked 2 than his names. If he succeeds, must take all the night. Still, not much have changed, really.
What do you think?
A masterpiece.
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we
really
learned?
don't care if this guy successfully writes an essay or a novel.
What did you find out?
It's a long story, basically, we have some friends in Inazuma.
Oh, thank Christ. At least you don't have to actually speak it out and it's just get through.
So many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
It's alright.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
Ghost disappeared,
This
mate.
new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
Of course, novels are fictional, so...
And they're back at it. These guys are really into
Really quickly.
this.
We got things to take off now, bye.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you.
Oh no, please do.
Thank you so much for the information.
Means I can leave quicker.
Welcome.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
Depends if the balladeer fucking does his bullshit again, but we'll see. Right, okay, finally. Fucking, that was a waste of time. Oh, fucking, what happens if I fall off that? You know what, let's not test it. I'm gonna test it now. Okay. Maybe if I was in the middle of the story, I would.
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then he decided he wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the balladeer bullshit.
Balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name.
Shit, she doesn't know either. Are we gonna finally tell these people what happened? Because it's a long fucking story. Uh-oh. What did you expect? She didn't remember Greater Lord. Why the hell would she remember that fucking wanker?
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Do I bother? Even he didn't remember, just like last time, and he changed it to doesn't affect her as well. Why doesn't it affect us? I know we're a fucking outsider, or whatever the fuck we're called. A descender or some shit, whatever the fuck it was. I'm like, come on, game. I have a mind. I can be affected. Validate quite quickly. Finish the race with me. Stop him. And only summons the things that are erased once again. I am the record keeper. I'm tired of remembering shit and no one else remembers. It's really confusing and affects me emotionally and mentally.
Traveler?
So, check it.
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. Are we going to tell them about Greater Lord as well at the same time? Please have a story that's broken and scattered across time. Which parts? The Balladeer, created, puppet, serious events, Balladeer, trade, no trust, loathing, tried to become deity, didn't work. Irisol, truth, and then he fucked it up.
That's quite a story.
It is true, please believe me.
So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
And it changed very little.
But how was he even able to do that?
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it.
Thank you, Bishop. Oh, okay, so this fight still happened, but it was a machine. Interesting, interesting. I did wonder if that shit went down. You are taking this surprisingly well, though, I'll give you that.
Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
Can you imagine if that's the end of this game? Is that as the Traveler we erase ourselves, both us and the twin, from like Irminsul, and therefore we never exist, well, not to the minds of the people here, ever exist in this world, and ever to see cutscenes of all the characters we fucking known and introduced ourselves to and got to like, just not remembering us? That'd be fucked. That'd be fucked.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because, well, because he literally changed the world?
You call me a fucking liar?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it.
I mean, technically he's the second one to do
The
it.
Traveler comes from a world beyond Teyvat. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect him.
Because I'm that cool.
So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
A little bit of an arsehole, but kind of complicated. Reminded me of I don't know his perspective of this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Set everything to save someone, they're just going to do his existence. Everything can be set right, it's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there was to it. So I remember the question he asked specifically, and my hesitation gave me his answer. Hesitate because I witnessed Greater Lord. Bullshit. Yeah, I can't tell when he did that. Fucking Christ, goddamn. So we've told her half of it, but not the other half. God, this makes it so messy. Another way I know why Valley was so sure it would work, but I can't tell them that.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
Yeah,
It
okay.
couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yep.
Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try.
I mean, that's what I thought.
The story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul.
Yep.
That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yep.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends.
Yep.
It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Yeah, I changed it in many ways so that the dead still didn't get a second chance. This fate to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly do you want to fight it back against? The betrayals in life, or do you wish he never existed at all?
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
Okay. Thinking.
Found it. This should be the one.
Fuck is that? A square with a sphere. Oh, sorry, a cube with a sphere.
It turns
And?
out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us.
Hey, call me a liar?
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner.
Corner of what?
You should take a look.
Oh, okay. Sounds fun. The way that resembles a fairy tale. Okay.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
Someone wrote a fairy tale?
I authored this record myself.
You wrote a fairy tale?
You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory.
Okay.
Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Okay.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
That's the best way to describe it, yep.
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono and other
was the
records will
balladeer?
have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything.
I'm just that good.
This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if
Clever.
we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us. The now erased life of the balladeer.
But with, like, metaphors and, like, fairy tale. Oh, hello? Game?
There
Oh!
was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes,
Okay.
joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own.
Really is heavily symbolic and metaphorical, huh? I didn't think it'd be that extreme different of a fairy tale. Jesus.
Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them.
Okay.
But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us.
Game, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice.
Look at that fucking evil little fucking thing in the background. They're like, hey, fire! Reminds me of something, I don't remember what.
A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure.
I think the fucking fox in the fucking image even has fucking Newa's fucking hair thing that he had going on. For fuck's sake, come on!
The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin."
You fucking made the balladeer fucking symbolize with a fucking kitten. Oh my god.
The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing.
Oh god, it's gonna keep going.
The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
I love how fucking of all animals, she's like, I need to like personify, like, well not personify, but like the balladeer as a symbol in this book. I need to have him after an animal. What animal should it be? I know, a kitten!
Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain.
Little tail all
The
fluffed
kitten
up.
spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content.
Come on, game.
I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
Looks just like him. Oh, thank Christ it's over.
We solved it!
It was a puzzle?
I remember now. This is not just the balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture.
I bet.
And the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet.
I said that before in that game, and the only way this thing's gonna happen is like through torture and shit, and it's gonna be fucking awful. Like, I don't know, fuck that
This
shit up.
memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with.
Defend yourself with memories?
Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it.
Yeah, I always wondered
That's
that.
why they backed up his memory for later use.
Like, just because you made a new god doesn't mean it will work in your favor. It doesn't mean it will want to be, you know, what you want it to be. But how are
I
you gonna
buried
make sure?
it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
So what now?
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion.
Oh, tell me about it. Little fucker with a penny ass.
Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
Literally, it was so disorienting. It was like instant, like, what? Who are we talking about again? The balladeer. Who's that? A fucking really?
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world.
Which I already fucking predicted ages ago in my fucking theory bullshit. I already fucking knew that shit. I predicted shit so long ago. I was like, what if this is again? And I was right. I was fucking right. Suck my dick, game. I'm 10 steps ahead, motherfucker. I knew it. I'm so smart.
We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui. But in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own harbinger.
Jesus Christ, game. Fucking life is insignificant. Fucking Christ.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still,
No, you definitely didn't like him.
Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us.
Okay, well my question is, what now?
So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face.
Okay.
When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny.
Okay.
To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering,
Jesus Christ.
the light of wisdom is always there.
I get it,
guiding
game.
us toward a better destination.
I get it. Lots of metaphors.
And that is what you have been doing all along.
If you say so.
Yeah, Mihida's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
What is with you and getting something to eat? No, I'm in the middle of this quest. Don't make me stop wanting to return back here, game.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
You got it. Come on, traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk.
No, I won't. Come on, game.
Snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
I don't want to. I
It
just
must
want
be
to get
really
this
tough
done.
being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
The way Paimon always reiterates how they'll always be there and everything else just makes me think, one day they're not gonna be there and it's gonna be all sad and shit in the game. Like, you said you'd always be there with me. You lied to me. So she lied to you. Like, come on, game. Just fucking. If I assume this will have significance and something's gonna happen when we're there, but can we just get this done? Like, come on. I'm gonna get the dramatic story over and done with. Not had enough. I had enough of all this drama with this little fucker. I need a drink because I'm thirsty. Not that kind of thirsty. God damn, I just want water. Fucking motherfuckers. Got my water. So I can listen to more bullshit. Oh my god. How's this relevant?